But if you were not in the know, TwitchCon is happening right now. So some of your biggest streamers are actually away at TwitchCon right now. But there were actually, before TwitchCon even happened, and this is actually going back to like last year, there were some prominent streamers, more specifically prominent women streamers, female streamers, that, oh, hold on. Oh, check so real quick. Actually, well, I'll lay battery alone. Hold on, man. What exactly is on? Which one is low? He says at 30%. You were just at 50%. Anyhow, we'll just hook that up, man. All right. So I'll hook that up in the meantime, in between time. All right. So back to what I was saying. We'll go ahead and start over on that. So, TwitchCon is going on right now. So a lot of the biggest streamers are actually at TwitchCon right now. They either have events or just going there just because, doing IRL stuff, networking, doing meet and greets, you name it, they are there. But there were some prominent streamers that have actually been speaking out against going to TwitchCon, and more specifically, a lot of female streamers, women streamers, who were in like the top 5%. And they have expressed their interest in not going, even though they initially had some things planned. And the reason behind this is because simply they did not feel safe. Some of the more prominent people that spoke up and really started a conversation about this were Valkyrie and QT Cinderella. So they spoke about this on one of their podcasts. They said that they were actually going to do their podcast live, but then they said because of safety reasons, they do not feel safe. And TwitchCon, they did not feel like Twitch will protect them, and they decided to ultimately not go to TwitchCon. And again, this sparked off a conversation as to what Twitch is doing, because Twitch has shown more, obviously, on the platform when you're streaming. They have not shown that they are actively protecting their creators. And now you have TwitchCon and your IRL, so there is even more of an interest to protect your creators, because again, they are there in the physical and the viewers can now see them. They can be within arm's reach of them, especially when these meet and greets are happening, and you never know what could potentially pop off. If someone is talking crap to you online, they can for sure definitely pull up on you in real life if they know that you are going to be in one specific area. And especially if you have an event, they know that you're going to be, they can triangulate exactly where you're going to be and how long you're going to be there. So it becomes a huge security concern. And I do remember Twitch putting out a statement saying, you know, we're taking it seriously. But then day one happened, and we're going to watch this video just in case if you have not seen it. But a streamer by Emiru, she is a very popular streamer, was doing a meet and greet, and all of a sudden somebody walked up on her, wasn't even in line. Apparently he just went through all the barricades and walked across, and he tried to do this.
Whoa. That's crazy. Holy shit, what the fuck was that?
That's wild, because like Buddy who was actually there, the dude with the green hair, he just standing there like, dang, man, I can't even get my meet and greet. I can't even get my time. I can't get a hug. I can't get a picture. He's just as confused as everybody else. He's like, what is going on here?
What the fuck just happened? What the fuck just happened?
And I didn't watch this extended video. I watched a 10-second video.
He grabbed her or something. No way.
That's why others
Told buddy like, you gotta get back in line.
evacuate cutie because of.
Right. Oh man, that's insane, and we're right at the front.
If I was a fan, I would protect her.
Wow.
This man thought I was a fan. I would protect her. Yeah, that's what they all say.
Now scared to go home.
That's crazy.
Oh, come on, buddy.
I think the main thing here, especially with me looking further into this extended clip, outside of the security who pushed dude, there's more confusion than actually getting into action, which is, first of all, not letting the dude get away. We clearly seen dude just walk off after he got pushed. How in the hell do you just get to walk away after assaulting somebody? Can anybody explain it? How do you get to just walk away like that, like nothing happened? Nobody thought to grab dude. Nobody thought to detain dude right there. He eventually got detained, but we're going to get further into, again, just the further mess onto why this is a major problem. And Twitch's security and staff is doing nothing. They are looking very incompetent right now, like extremely incompetent.
Well, you could still give it to maybe them, but
again, everybody's just looking around in confusion. The fans waiting in line are looking in confusion. This dude, who knows who this dude is? He trying to talk to somebody. He don't know what's going on. The girl over there don't know what's going on. Nobody knows what's going on.
yeah, no, the security guard stepped in.
And there's Emiru coming back out. Okay, so she actually came back out with her personal security, by the way, because she's going to explain the whole thing in a tweet.
That's freaky, bro. That's wild.
I'm going to be honest. I didn't even know she came back out. I wouldn't have came back out. F that. I would have been like, I'm sorry, y'all. I know y'all want to see me, but dude just walked up and tried to assault me. I'm not coming back out. I don't feel safe. I don't care if my security is still there. What up, Corliss? He said I can't quite figure out what he got. I know, right? But this is wild. I'm very, very perturbed at this sequence. I'm glad I seen this extended video.
There are perks and downfalls to all of it.
It really
Wow.
hurts as a fan seeing that.
I mean, what a...
Here it hurts.
Huh?
I said it hurts as a fan seeing that.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's insane. That was weird.
I'm even more confused. Like, again, I don't expect the fans to be vigilantes and you know, spring into action. Even though dude said, you know, I was a fan, I would protect her. But like everybody just standing there as well. If I was a fan, I don't care if I was waiting in line all day. I would feel like something is wrong. I wouldn't continue to stand in line after this happened. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I wouldn't do that. Like, so as kids on the platform at this point, Twitch hurts more and more. I know. So I feel weird. Yeah, exactly. I would be like, I'm not even getting the full version of the person who I came here to see, right? She's just been through this traumatic experience, and you expect her to still come back out and give her all? Like, you got to be a very strong individual to like have that happen to you and be like, oh no, I'm cool. Like it's just a crazy fan. Like, I don't care. Like, I know how a lot of these women are, especially these Twitch streamers. Like, the smallest thing happens, a freaking bug pops on them and they're claiming assault. Like a lot of these women ain't tough, and nobody expect them to, but like that's just how it is. Like, I'm very surprised she came back out. Very surprised she came back out. So, okay. So that happened, right? Everybody's wondering what's going on, but everybody saw the 10-second clip, and she just got a wave of people pouring in like, yo, Twitch is messed up. Like, how did this happen? Like, that's messed up. I feel so sorry for you, Emiru. We got an extended clip here, another clip of a person live streaming, and he actually sees dude.
Yeah, I got a hashtag give it back. So, seeing meet and greet was pretty cool though. That was fun. Saw the homies back there. Dude, I can't imagine what Joe was doing this whole time.
And this was random. I don't even think dude knew what happened. But again, this is further showing you that this same dude was just walking around like nothing happened. How does this happen? This is how, again, school shooters get to do what they do, man, because of incompetence, bro. What if he had something on him? Because that's the other theory, where somebody said it was a knife. Somebody was zooming in. They said it was a knife. Somebody else said it was a pen. They said that they got the pen. He got the pen from Emiru, and when he got pushed, he just kind of like grabbed it, like while he was like in the motion. So I don't know what it was, but that's another theory. Some people saying that like he had some on him. How do you let this happen? Whether he did or didn't, this is just insane, bro. Insane. Like if it was filmed before, after, like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, because it could be before, but dude looked pretty perturbed. Like he was trying to get out of there. So I don't know. I mean, there was a chance it was before, but dude saying it's after. But like, bro, again, how, bro? Okay, then he got another one too. Hold on.
Oh yeah, they just said fucking 7? Did someone say 7? Do I have 7 minutes? How much time, actually?
It's less than 10 minutes.
Wait, are we actually cooked? It's over, guys. Stream is over. We gotta head back to the... Oh yeah, they just said fucking 7? Did someone say...
Yeah, so he said he caught dude just walking out. That, man, that's wild, man. What up, Lord? Yeah, that's pretty wild. He said competent, it might be the case them playing the victim when they did commit such assault. Yeah, so man, that's just... There's just no way. There's no way that you get away with that. Whether this particular instance happened before or after, the point was dude just walked out. Like after he got pushed, he just walked out. Like nothing happened. He literally walked away. Literally walked away. That's insane, bro. Absolutely insane. So after that, right? After that, Emiru actually put out a statement. Now this is very long. I'm gonna try to condense it a little bit. What about Ren? He said, what happened now? We already got an assault that happened at TwitchCon on day 1, so which was yesterday. So Emiru put out a statement on Twitch. He said, hello, everyone. I am okay, and thank you for all the kind messages. Sorry, I cannot respond to them all. Yesterday, the man who assaulted me was allowed to cross multiple barriers, which we saw, because he didn't come in through the regular line like everybody else. He was able to cross multiple barriers at TwitchCon and even in front of other creators meet and greet to grab me by my face and try to kiss me. So that's what he was trying to do. He was trying to kiss her. Fortunately, he wasn't able to, but a lot of people were pointing out that it could have been a lot worse. Yeah, absolutely. Obviously shaken up by what happened, and it's not the first time I've dealt with something like this, because she actually spoke about this before. She had regular security on her when she walks around, and that was the conversation that kind of sparked up last year or this year. I don't know if it's last year or this year, but it was more recently, but not too recent, by Valkyrie and Cutie Cinderella. People were theorizing on whether Twitch should hire security, like personal security, for these big creators if you are asking them or booking them to do events. And a lot of people were like, no, why should that happen? They ain't nobody. Like, why do they need security? Why should Twitch spend money on their security? But a lot of big creators, again, they have the money, so they're hiring security themselves anyways. So I guess it don't matter. I'm kind of indifferent on the situation, especially with Twitch doing what they did with the security just being basically non-existent. So I would rather not have security employed by Twitch or assigned to me by Twitch. They're going to be incompetent like that, and I would rather hire my own security that I know for sure is going to get the job done. That's my theory. If you're going to give me security which doesn't do shit, which is going to be non-compliant and don't do anything, then I would rather not have it. So I don't know, man. Yeah, they should boost you, absolutely. But again, if your security isn't going to be just nothing, then it doesn't matter anyway. It doesn't matter anyways if they're not going to do anything. So continue on with this. She said, but to tell you honestly, I'm a lot more hurt and upset by how Twitch handled it during and after the fact. She continued, like I said, I don't understand how he was allowed to make it to me in the first place. Absolutely. The security in the clip who reacts is my own security. So again, like I said in the beginning, once I found out, that's her own personal security. She said, it's true. My favorite and user security guard, which she talked about on a previous stream, was banned. So again, another situation happened. Her other security was banned for holding a stalker's arm to bring him to the police, which is just absolutely ridiculous. If your security isn't going to do anything, you're going to get mad at her security for holding a stalker's arm, and you're saying that that's assault, and you ban the security, not the stalker, or you do both. The security, that's their job. So why are you punishing them and saying they can't come to TwitchCon because of what they did? That's literally their job. Literally their job. So that makes absolutely no sense. However, there were at least 3 or 4 other TwitchCon security staff in the area who did not react, as we can clearly see, and let the guy walk away. As you can see in the clips, is they don't even appear in the frame. The woman who was walking me away is my own personal manager, and behind the booth, the only 2 people who were checking on me and comforting me were her and my friend. None of the other TwitchCon staff came to ask me what happened or if I was okay. Again, we can see they were just standing around, literally doing nothing. Standing around looking confused, looking like a chicken with their head cut off, deer stuck in headlights, just don't know what's going on. Why are you even being hired to do this? How about you do another job if you cannot do security and your job is to secure the assets? I know that it's not just one main asset. I know there's multiple people, but literally that's your job. And if you cannot do your job properly, then why are you doing it in the first place? Why are you doing it in the first place? My friend who was present told me Twitch security were also behind the booth afterwards, joking about how they didn't even see what happened and immediately laughing and moving on, talking about something else. This is extremely messed up if this is true. Like, even more messed up than y'all just not doing anything, but saying that y'all didn't see anything, y'all didn't see what happened and laughing about it. Wow, man. Like, at that point, that would be grounds to sue. I'm not gonna lie, that would be grounds to sue. Get my Karen on, and I'm gonna sue you, Twitch. I'm gonna sue you because your people weren't doing their job, and they could have, you know, this dude could have done me harm. Like, are you serious right now? That's crazy. So no one was checking if I was okay or if I needed anything, and they let the guy run away initially. I have no idea what anyone hired to keep the event safe was doing. Absolutely. Absolutely. In Twitch's statement, they said that the guy was immediately caught and detained. I'm sorry, but that is a blatant lie, she said. He was allowed to walk away from the meet and greet, which we all saw. And I didn't hear he was caught until hours after he attacked me, and it felt like this only happened because of my manager pressing for it. Yeah, because if nobody said anything and they were laughing about it, then yeah, dude probably just would have gotten away. As y'all can see, dude just started walking away like nothing happened. Not because TwitchCon staff TwitchCon staff present thought it was a big deal. I have a lot more I want to say, but I will say it on stream later today instead of writing the book on here. Thank you guys again. Sorry you all had to see that. This is definitely my last TwitchCon, which I absolutely do not blame you. And it saddens me to say, as a 10-year off and on attendee of TwitchCon, I think other creators should seriously consider not attending in the future. And if she gains some steam, man, again, this is going to be a huge knock, another huge knock on Twitch. If other creators rally behind her, like, F that, I'm not coming, bro, TwitchCon is either going to look extremely different, or it's going to be, again, another dying convention that will eventually just die out completely. Very, very terrible. So she continues, I think I did not feel cared for or protected, even bringing my own security and staff. I can't imagine how creators without those options will feel. Stay safe, y'all. Everything is going to be okay. So TwitchCon, again, is literally for, like, the people who want to see their favorite creators in person. They go to see them. Other than that, I mean, obviously you have, like, other brands and stuff there, and they do events. But I mean, that's the main purpose of TwitchCon, so that you can see your favorite creators, either them being on the show floor, or them being at meet and greets, or them being at the events, like playing games and doing tournaments against each other. So other than that, I mean, that's literally the purpose. So if you don't have the creators there, then there will be people who literally are like, hey, I'm coming to this TwitchCon because Emiru is going to be there. I really want to see Emiru. I've been supporting her for I don't know how long. I want to see her in person, be able to hug her, talk to her, take a picture, get an autograph, whatever. If she's not coming and that's your favorite creator and you don't want to see anybody else, then you're not going to go to TwitchCon, because there's probably going to be no reason other than maybe seeing your friends. Because I don't want to diminish that either, because people do go to TwitchCon to see their friends as well. Either the friends IRL who you already know, or people who you have never met before but you want to see IRL. So people do that as well. But again, the main purpose is to see your favorite creators at the convention. That's why you go. So this is just, like I said, Twitch better get this together like ASAP, because it's incredibly embarrassing to hear some of your bigger creators say, hey, I'm not going to TwitchCon because I don't feel safe. Twitch puts out a statement saying that they are taking this seriously and they are going to make sure that security is beefed up. And literally day one, bro, day one, this happens. And we can see in 4K that Twitch staff and security does nothing. So this was a false promise. You can say all that you want. Obviously, they put out a PR statement and nobody is messing with that. Shout out to Woozilla with the big raid. But how do you do that? You put out this statement and then people determine, hey, that was a lie, because we aren't seeing any action here. We aren't seeing any action. This person shouldn't have been able to get to Emiru in the first place, like she said. And for Twitch, again, you say that you're going to beef up security. This happens. And then you put out another statement saying that you're taking it seriously, and the person was immediately detained. And Emiru said, hey, that's a lie. So you got caught lying again. You got caught lying again, bro. This is terrible. This is terrible for y'all. So I don't know. They got to get it together and quick. They got to get it together and quick, because this may end up starting a wave that they truly do not want to see, especially regarding TwitchCon. All right. So to continue here, Taylor Lorenz. Dang, she got a lot of, I think I've heard of her name before, but not too familiar with her. She actually spoke to Dan Clancy. Said he got a full interview on her YouTube. It's coming out on Wednesday, but this is a clip, so I haven't seen it before. Let's see what she said, because she directly asked Dan Clancy, the Twitch CEO, about Emiru getting assaulted and whether creators can trust the platform to keep them safe. So let's hear the lies that he's going to say here, because obviously he has to save face.
And others. Obviously, we saw one Twitch streamer yesterday, Emiru, get assaulted by a male fan, and a lot of streamers have, especially female streamers, have talked about, you know, the danger that they feel from these sort of toxic, I guess, parasocial kind of creeps. What are you guys doing to prioritize safety? Because I know also a bunch of Twitch content creators said that they were too scared to even come to TwitchCon this year, just in case something like what happened yesterday would happen.
The safety of our creators is the top priority. The challenge we face is a challenge in today's society. It's not limited to Twitch. It extends throughout our society. I do think that when you're live streaming, in many ways, since you control your community and you can ban people, you can make it so that those people that you don't want engaging with you and participating with you aren't there. Okay, it's very different. You know.
So you immediately went to the online aspect of getting rid of people who you don't want to interact with. That's not what we're talking about right now, bro. We are talking about the IRL aspect, aka TwitchCon. You can't just get rid of people like that who you don't want to speak to IRL. It doesn't work like that. We're not talking about on the platform when someone is live streaming. We are talking about IRL. What are you talking about, Dan?
When I use other short form content and people say all sorts of stuff, well, I can't stop that. But when I live stream, they basically don't bother me. Now, what happened yesterday obviously was something that we care deeply about, securing this environment. You know, we're looking very closely at everything that happened there, and I care deeply about Emmy. She's a friend of mine, and so I want to see how we can support her. This is just something we have to keep working on. I think everyone identifies our tools in terms of trust and safety as the leaders in the industry about.
No, we don't. No, we don't, Dan. I hate to break it to you, bro. No, we don't. They are there. Yes, you have gotten a little bit better with your trust and safety tool, but we do not see Twitch in any shape or form as the leading brand for safety tools. No.
helping creators, but that means there's always more work to be done because that's the world we live in now.
Demi had posted earlier today that I guess this fan was allowed to cross multiple barriers at TwitchCon. Why should streamers trust Twitch to keep them safe at TwitchCon? Because I feel like simultaneously this has been such a secure event to the point that even like journalists have had struggled. Like, you know, it is very secure, but here's this man that just walks up and is somehow able to bypass all these things. So
Man, it sounds like she trying to throw Twitch bail. She trying to throw Twitch bail there. Talking about it's been very secure. All right.
why should they trust the platform when slip-ups or, you know, issues like this have happened?
Well, I mean, as you know, I think you toured some of what we do in terms of security. The reality is, even as you do a lot in terms of security in today's world, there are challenges that can present themselves, especially when someone is putting themselves out there, right? And so, you know, we try to work very closely with each creator about what they want to do and what works for them, right? So I don't want to get into any, you know, specifics or details, but part of that is working with creators and, you know, trying to find them. Right now, we're definitely, you know, ramping it up to make sure creators know that we have the resources there to help them figure out what's right for them.
Word salad, bro. Word salad. He literally kept going back to the online aspect, and that's not what people are trying to hear, bro. What up, Stig? That's not what people are trying to hear, bro. We don't care about the online aspect right now. The main thing that she asked you about was Emiru in real life getting assaulted that we all saw. And you immediately went to the online aspect. Hey, we have the trust and safety tool. We're the leading people in that. Nobody's trying to hear that, dog. Literally nobody trying to hear that. Why did she block this? I wanted people to be able to, I want to see what people are saying, but whatever. Maybe I'll try to watch this full interview on Wednesday and see if I get any other details on this. But yeah, this clip was just a bunch of word salad, bro. It's a bunch of word salad. Overall, again, this is a bad look for Twitch, and Dan was just skirting around the topic. He did not take accountability really for how security was acting. I don't think that TwitchCon was just super secure. Obviously, y'all aren't super secure if this was able to happen. You know, obviously that wasn't the case. And even again, before this happened, before this year's TwitchCon, there were some of your top creators who were afraid. Now, some of them cited the whole political unrest with the Charlie Kirk situation and just overall state of America right now. So people did cite those as reasons as to why they didn't want to come. But again, other people just didn't feel unsafe. I totally understand. Women have to deal with a lot on this platform. They have to deal with a lot being on the internet, period, and being pretty women. You're going to have those weirdos like the guy who we just saw, who, I mean, would it be safe to assume that he does not have anybody in his life that is a companion? And he probably obsesses over Emiru, and he decided to take matters into his own hands, skip the line, go past all the processes. He was able to do so. He walked right up on her, and he tried to kiss her. And again, could have been worse. Even to the person, to the victim, Emiru said it could have been a lot worse. How are you able to do that? These are the type of people, again, we make fun of them, but it is very serious. We make fun of those basement dwellers, the people who we would consider losers, who have nothing going on in their lives. But again, when you're seeing these people in IRL and you unfortunately have to interact with them, things like this happen. And it's very sad. It is very sad. You can do whatever you want online. Yeah, you can not show your face and be a loser online, but when you transfer that, you show everybody who you are in IRL, man, it becomes a different story, because you could be literally capable of doing anything. Literally capable of doing anything, man. So like I said, I feel for all of, especially the female content creators. Not so much the male content creators, but again, it could be a situation that can happen too. Nothing is off the table. Nothing is off the table. I'm sure there are some people, if a sign pulled up, you know, a lot of people don't like him right now. Somebody will be liable to try him. I'm not trying to say that it's going to happen. I'm not saying that I want it to happen. Nothing along those lines. But I'm saying there's a possibility. God creators, it ain't, you know, it wouldn't be so much sexual assault. It can be actual assault. So who knows, man? People be crazy. I can literally recount years ago when we went to E3, you know, some people from the Crumb side talking about they walked up on TBH and he was scared and they were trying to fight him. I'm like, what? Like, again, people are out of their minds, bro. A lot of people are out of their minds. A lot of people have mental issues that they have not gotten checked. A lot of people do not have that support system behind them. They do not have that companionship that they so desperately want, and they try to seek these online. They try to seek these in other means that may not be healthy, and then you get these situations. Who knows how long this person has been an Emiru supporter? I'm sure he was. I don't think this was just a random creator who he just decided to try. I'm sure that he probably has supported Emiru, and I'm sure a lot of it has probably been financially as well, you know. So it's just wild. So like I said, I feel for all of y'all content creators, especially women who don't feel safe. Like, just it's not just a TwitchCon thing. I don't want to just hyper focus on TwitchCon. Yes, we're talking about them right now, but and I mean, this is just an IRL thing, because literally we talked about briefly, what was it, Senna and was it, I think it was Senna and Val, yeah, Senna and Valkyrie, when they got pulled up on by dude when they were IRL, and actually they didn't even have security. They were just them and their friends, and that happened. Dude was being weird. So again, it's not just a TwitchCon thing, but we obviously are talking about TwitchCon in this very moment because a lot of prominent creators have said that they just don't feel safe and they don't want to go. But man, I feel for these creators, man, especially women, because a lot of dudes are unstable. A lot of dudes are unstable, and I hate to say this because again, women hold the power in this aspect, and they reserve the right to not give it to you. But if a lot more men got some pussy, I bet you this world will be a different place. I bet you this world will be a different place. A lot of men desire sex, and a lot of men are not getting it. And again, that is not a problem with the woman, because that's just how society is. That's just how society has been. If you have the money and the power, chances are you are going to get a lot more sex from the opposite sex or the same sex, whoever you're into, than if you don't, and you don't have anything going for yourself. That's just how it is, man. The men hold the power to have the relationship, to secure the relationship, but the women have the power to either give you or deny sex. And that's just how it is. But unfortunately, I think that would solve a lot of these mental issues that a lot of these dudes face, because pussy makes a man go crazy. And if you never got any pussy in your life, just imagine if you have been rejected all of your life and people are telling you that you are a loser all your life, and you know that you have nothing going on, you have no money, you still live with your parents. Guess how you're going to feel. Again, I'm not saying that it's anybody's fault, because at the end of the day, you know, a lot of men, we understand that this is the case. We have to do shit ourselves. Nobody else is going to help us in our lives. But at the end of the day, it's going to be on you, man. It's going to be on you to get that shit together. Get that shit together. So nobody wants to truly have that conversation, but I am saying it. I truly think that would solve a lot of problems, bro. Dudes be getting weird out here when they don't get pussy. A lot of men don't know how to even speak. No, yeah. A lot of it's just, it's sad, man. We got well, like, us men gotta get it together. Us men gotta get it together. Okay. Woof. But yeah, Twitch, I really hope y'all get it together, bro. Hope y'all get it together. All right.